Welcome to Web Designing HTML CSS course. My name is Wasim and today we are going to start our lecture number 21. Before starting the lecture, I will request to everyone please subscribe my channel, like my videos and share my videos with everyone so that everyone can get this knowledge and make their own websites very easily. Now let's start. So today we are going to start our registration page as we complete our contact page in the last lecture. Let me show you. This is our registration.html and here we have to put the content for the registration.html. That what I will do is today I'm going to tell you that how you can create the registration form very easily with the help of HTML and CSS. So my trick to create the registration form is very easy. If you are going to follow my trick, then you will make your own registration form within a few minutes. Now let me show you something. This is our contact page, you can see, and this is our registration page. Here I will create the registration form. Now let me show you some coding. So this is my registration.html page. So here I will do what? First of all, I will find where I have to place the coding. So this is the content area. You can see this is one sidebar 1, and this one is the images. Here this is the sidebar. This one you can see lecture 1, and this one is the sidebar images for Google Ads and advertisement, you can see. So this is the div where we have to do our work. So what I will do is, first of all, I will write something just to show we are on the exact position or no. I will save this and refresh my browser. Here you can see we are on the right div. Now what I will do is, first of all, I will create here two divs. Why I will create here two div? Let me tell you this thing. Created two div. One div is for this side and one div is for this side. This side div is used for the label like first name, last name, email, password, confirm password, and this div will take the input from the user. Now let's start how I will do this. This is my area. We have find this area in the HTML. Now I will create two divs. Here this is the area. What I will do is here I will create two divs. Let me show you this thing on the top here. Like this, I create a one div, and same way I will create the second div with the closing tag. Right now, what I will do is I will write here, like you can see, left, and here I will write right. Now what I will do is I will put a class for these divs, because if I am going to show you this thing already like this, you will see, right, there is nothing happening. Why? Because we have not write any CSS for this. So writing the CSS, I will write here class. I will write any name, like we are in the content, so I can write here registration content middle 1, or I will just write here registration content 1, and the second class name I will write here registration content 2. You can write any name, but the name should be familiar with your coding. Like if anyone else is going to do the work, then he can easily judge your class name, right? So what I have done is I have write a class, but I have not write the CSS till now. For writing the CSS, what I will do is I will copy this thing just to avoid the error. As I told you in the earlier, I will go to the content class. Here let me show you this thing also, because this is my main div, home content. So in the CSS I will also find home content. This is just for the understanding. If we are going to do the work under a good environment, then if anyone is wants to see our code, then that will be very easy if I will write here, right? So what I will do is I will write dot. So this is the way that how you can create the class, and in the second I will write here dot 2 for the second class. Here you can see in the HTML, right? So two divs are created, and the CSS classes are also created in the CSS. Now what I will do is, I have told you whenever you are going to write divs in the main div, then you have to do what? Immediately you have to write the float left, right? Now why I'm writing here float left, let me show you this thing also. This is my main div, you can see home content. So these are the inner divs. Whenever you are going to create the inner divs, you have to write the float left, just because I want my divs in a one line, right? Now I will write here also float left. I will save this, but you will see here nothing. Why? Because we do not have put a width here. If I will put a border, let me show you the border also. Border 1 pixel, solid. This is just for your understanding. I'm doing this. I will remove the border, right? And I will copy this thing also here, and I will save it here like this. Here you can see the border is there, two divs are created. Now what I will do is, I will put the width, right? So I will write here width, like let me write here 50%, and for the other one we should write also 50%, but I think because we have put the 1 pixel border, so it will not show good as we want to show this thing. Here you can see, if I want these at front of each other, so for this purpose what I will do is, I will remove the border, or I can decrease this thing like 49%, and this one is also, I will write here 49 or 48. I will save this, refresh my browser. Now you can see, right? Now I will put all the name in this div, like first name, last name, email address, etc., and here I will get the input. Now let's start. First of all, what I will do is, I will remove this border because we do not need this border. This was just for your understanding, and from also I will remove this border, right? And what I will do is, I will write here 50%, and I will write here, you can say, like if I will put here 60, then I will put here 60, right? Because this is the label, so we do not need a too much space like this, right? Now what I will do, in this width I will put the CSS, right? So what I will do, I will write first of all HTML. In this div I will write first name, and here what I will do, I will take an input, I will write input tag, right? So in this way I can take the input. What is the input I want to take? Text or number or password. So I have told you that you will write here type, and I will write here text, right? I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see, you can write anything in the input, right? So one input box is created. Now the most important thing that which I want to tell you is that whenever you are going to write this input, you have to write here also the size and placeholder, because that is looking very good. So first of all I will write here placeholder. What is, like I will write here first name. I will save this, refresh my browser just to see you whether we are working good. Yes, you can see first name is here, you can write anything, right? Now we can also put the size here. Size mean that I will write here size, and let's say I write here 35, and I will save this and refresh my browser. Here you can see the length of the input is increase. Now what I will do, first of all, I want this text here, like it should be here. For this purpose, what I will do in the CSS, this is my div registration content one. So here I will put the CSS like this. I will write here text align. Where I want this, left. This is the left side. You can see I want to show this on the left side, no, on the right side. So I will write here right. This is my right side, so I will write right here. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see it's on right now. Now what I will do, I will copy this, because what I need, I want first name, last name. Let me show you this thing in a one line, because that will be very easy for you. Okay, so this one is for the first, but before that let me show you very important thing. Whenever you are going to create the form, that form should be of registration or contact us form. Whenever you will create contact us form or registration form, you will write in the HTML form tag before and after the coding. Like I will write here form tag, and I will also write here form tag. In between the form tag, I will write my all the HTML for the registration page or the contact us page. This is very important thing. Whenever you are going to create the form in the HTML anywhere on any page, you will write form tag. You will write everything in the form tag, right? Now I will copy this. This is my HTML for the first name. Now I will paste it here. Last name, like you can see, I can write here last name, email. So I will write here password, confirm password, right? So let me change the name first of all. So this is first name, is for the last name, right? So this is for the email. I will write here email, and here what I will write password, right? And here I will write confirm password. I will save this and refresh my browser. Here you can see now this is what is created in the line, right? Now what I will do, you know that in the contact page we have created the class for the input, right? So I will use that class in my registration page for the input, that I do not need to write any new CSS, just to show the appearance of the input tag, right? Now for this purpose, what I will do, I will open this, and this is my contact page. I will open this in the HTML, and I will see what is the class that we are using there for the form input HTML. So here we can see this one is the first name, last name, email, contact us page. Let me show you contact us page also. So here first name, last name, this is the input. So contact.html you can see here. So this is the input. So we are using this ID, contact input. We are using ID. I will copy this ID from here, and on the registration.html, here in the input I will write here this ID. I will save this just to show you whether we are working right or no. I click on the registration page. You can see it's looking very good, very nice. So we do not need to write here size. If I will remove this, you will see there is no difference, right? So what I will do, I will remove the size 35 from every input, and I will paste this ID, because I do not want to write a new CSS. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the advantage of the classes and IDs, that we use these classes and ID in every page, and we just need to write just one time, and we can use so many time in our HTML these classes and IDs. As you can see here, I just create the class for the contact page, and we can do implement this class on registration page or anywhere I will create the form. I can use this for the input, right? You can see here. So what I will do is, the height is very high, so I will decrease some height. So for this purpose, this is my class. So let's say I will write here 18. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see it's looking very good. So when I will decrease the height, also on the contact us page, you can see the height is decreased, so it is looking very good. Here you can see. Now what I will do, I will change the placeholder name. You can also change this, like let me change this also. So this is my placeholder for the confirm password. So I will write here confirm password, and here what I will write password, and this is for the email, so I will write here email, and this one is for the last name, so I will write here last name. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see the placeholder is also changed. So in this way you can take the input from the user and use the classes. So registration page you can create. Now I will also tell you that how you can create the radio buttons and checkboxes. Let's start for that in this registration page. So what I want to do is, first of all, I want to put a heading here. For putting the heading, so on the top, this is my form. Before the form tag, I will write here h1 closing tag, and in between I will write here registration form. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see registration form is written there, and it's looking very good now. Now let's start for the radio button. At the end, I will do what? I will copy this div. I will save it here, and let me remove this thing also from here. So these are the two div in which we are going to do the work. I will save this. Here we are here, right? Now here what I will do is, I will copy this first. Now I will write here like gender, and what I want the radio button. So for this purpose, I will write here input type. In the type I will write radio, like this, right? So I will write here radio, and I will write here mail. I will save this and refresh my browser. Here you can see the radio button is created. Now this is the very most important thing that which I'm going to tell you here, that whenever you are going to write the radio button, you have to write here name and value of that input tag. So I will write here name. What is name? Name is male, and here I will write the gender value. Sorry, I will write the value, and what is the value? You will write like male. So name you will use, right? You will use gender, because this is the name. In the name section you will write gender, like this. You can see here name gender and value male, and next input I will write here in, I will copy this, in the copy this thing also. I will paste it here, remove this, remove this. What I will do, I will write here female. Why I write here female? Let me show you this thing also in a one line. Let me do this also in one line just for your understanding. So here you can see type is radio button, type is radio button. So the most important thing you have to do, what is the name. Name should be the same in the radio button, like gender and gender. Value will be changed because whenever we are going to save this data in the PHP, like in my next series I will tell you that how you can save the data. So we have to differ in the value, but in the name we will write the same, like gender. If I will not write the same thing, I cannot select one. I will refresh my browser. So here you can see I can select female or I can select male. Both I cannot select. Why? Because this name is same, the gender is same in both. If I will write here gender 1, I will save this. I will refresh my browser. Here I can do both, which is wrong. So the name should be the same in both fields, right? And if you are going to write more than two, then also the name should be the same. Now what I will do, I will tell you that how you can create the checkboxes. For the checkboxes, this div is closing here, right? I will create it next two divs like this because this is our pattern. For the checkboxes, like I will write here anything certifications, like which type of certification I need. In the same way, I will write here input. What is the type? I will write here checkboxes, right? So this is the input, right? Checkboxes used for the checkboxes, like hope you understand this thing. So here what I will do, I will close this. Here I will write second one, type checkboxes. So I write here two options. Before first I want to show here like CCNA, and I will write here BS. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see I can select both or one, but inside here I have to write the name and the value. Like I will write here CCNA and the name is CCNA in the caps are right here. So here I can change the value in the name, right? I do not need to write the same name here like I write in the gender. For the radio button, you can see if I will use the radio button, then this name should be the same, and if I will use the check boxes, then I can change this name because I can select more than one. Hope you understand everything. If you do not understand anything, you can comment me, I will answer your questions. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see, right? Now the next what I'm going to tell you that how you can upload the file. You have seen in so many cases that there is option to upload the file or CV, like let me tell you, right? I will write here upload CV, right? So what I will do is simply we use a very simple input tag with the type of file, because I want to upload the file. So I will write here file. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see the browse button is here, right? I will click on it. You can see I can select any file folder from here. Hope you understand this thing. So this is very easy to create the form. Now let me tell you also for the comment. If you want to create the comment, how you can create the comment. So I will write here comment, and here I will write what in this div. For the comment section we use text area, right? So I will write here text area opening and closing tag. So in the text area, what I can do is I can define like what I need, how much columns. First of all, let me show you this thing also. Here you can see the comment is here. If I want to increase the text area, then I can write here column like you can say I will write here 60, like if I can increase this to 100, it's up to you, right? So in my case I want 60. If I will write here 100, it will be increase. Right now what I want to do is, you can see this is looking very good in the symmetry because it's starting from this point and it has a space bottom margin. So this is not looking good. For this one I will create one more class. So for this purpose what I will do is I will create one class. So for this purpose in the CSS, here I will write dot station content and the class name will be like attribute ATPR. For the attributes I write here, right? So in this I will write text align left, because I need everything on the left side. Also I will write here some margin, but first of all let me show you this thing. Is it looking good or no? In the HTML registration, HTML, let me, from here, this is our radio button. So here this is the input is not here. So here I will write the class. So this is class, second div class. So here I will do space and I will paste my class here. So in this way you can write more than 2, 3, 4 classes in the div, right? I will save this and refresh my browser. Here you can see it's on the left side, but it's on the left side. You can see our this div is creating starting from here, and this data is in the text align center. So if this was also already center align, you can see this is center align, right? So what I will do is, it is on the left side. I will do what? I will take the margin left. So for this purpose in my CSS class I will write here margin dash left. How much margin I need? Let's say I write here 30 pixel. I will save this and refresh my browser. It's more than enough. So we should do what? I will write here 20. I will save this, but it's also not working good. So this div male and female, so it is on the bottom of this first div. Why is this one? Because I think the div width is 60% for this one and we also have put a margin left 10%, so the width of this div is increased to 60%. That why this div becomes under this first div. Now for this purpose, what I will do is, the solution for this problem is, we will decrease the width of this div. How we can decrease the width? For this purpose, this is 60. Let me write here 50. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see the problem is solved. Now what I will do, I will put a margin here. In this div, I will let's say write 30 pixel. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see the problem is solved now. Now this class I will implement on all these inputs. So I will copy this class, and in the registration I will write what, this class in this div also. So most important thing, whenever you are going to paste the class, please paste this class in these codes, right, from here and from here. Also I will paste it here. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see it's looking very good now. Now what I can do is, there should be some margin bottom under this. So for this purpose, what I will do, I will write here the margin bottom. So how much bottom margin bottom I should write? Let's say in the CSS, I will write here margin bottom 10 pixel. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see it's looking good. The margin bottom is implemented. Now you can see this is not in a one line. So just for the one line, I will write, let's say I will write here 50 or 40. I will save this. I will put the margin left 40 pixel. Here you can see it's in a one line and looking very good, very good from my point of view. Now the last thing is this, what I will do, I will put the buttons here for the reset and for the submit in the forms. Now for the reset, what I will do, I will copy this thing. These are the div in which we are working. So here I will write what, for this purpose we will write here the button tag, right? So this is the button tag, button opening and button closing. In the same way, in this div I will write here button opening and button closing tag, right? So these are two buttons are created. So here what I will do is, I will write here type. So I will write here reset, and here what I will do, I will write here type submit. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see two buttons are created, but we have to write something here like reset, and I will write here submit. I will save this, refresh my browser. Here you can see submit and reset button is created in these two divs. Also, when we are going to save the value in our database, so I have to write here the value. Value is what I will write here reset. This is important when you are going to save the data in the database. I will also tell you when we will start our PHP lectures, right? So you will become a very good developer at that time. I will save this. Here you can see two buttons are created, it's working, and data is submitting. You can see gender, I have select like if I will select male and I will select submit, you can see gender male is submitting, but there is no database connectivity, so we cannot save this thing, right? So we can also put the class on the button, like this is our contact us page. We have create also the contact button class in the contact page, so we can copy paste that class in anywhere we have created the buttons. So let's start how we can do this. In the contact page you can see, so the class is class button, this one. I will copy this, and on the registration page in the value I will write here this class button, and also I will write here this class. I will save this and refresh my browser. Here you can see the buttons are created. It's looking very good. Now in this way you can create the registration form. If you do not understand anything, you can comment me, and if you like the video, please thumbs up the video. So subscribe my channel, like my videos, and share my videos with everyone, so everyone can get this knowledge and make their own websites. So this is all for today. Thank you so much.